Hello there, and welcome to Sleep Science 360. I'm so glad you found your way here. Tell me, where are you listening from tonight? A quiet room, a sleeping city, or somewhere drifting in between? Maybe your mind has been wandering all day trying to find where the thoughts end and the sky begins. You can let it rest now. You can breathe slowly as the noise of the world dissolves into stars. Because tonight we travel to the edge of the universe, the farthest horizon light can reach. A place so distant that time itself begins to blur, where galaxies fade into silence and the last photons whisper their way into forever. At the edge of the universe, silence becomes its own kind of light. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The stars that you see above you tonight are not where they truly are. Their light has wandered across billions of years, crossing a river of time so vast that the stars themselves may already be gone. What you see is a memory, a reflection from the edge of the visible world. Each beam of light carries a story from a place that may no longer exist. And as you breathe here in your quiet room, the universe is still unfolding at the edge of sight. It expands at nearly 70 kilometers each second per megaparsec, a silent drift that stretches both space and imagination. You can rest now. The edge of the universe isn't a wall. It isn't a boundary or a curtain. It's a horizon, one that moves away as fast as you try to reach it. The farther we look, the faster things recede. Beyond a certain point, even light can no longer return to us. It's not that it vanishes, but that the fabric of space carries it beyond reach. And that place, that unreachable shimmer, is where our story begins. Long ago, when the universe was young, it was smaller, warmer, denser, a sea of particles colliding and singing in radiation. Everywhere was light. Then it began to cool, atoms formed, and darkness learned how to hold stars. That light is still traveling outward, filling the cosmic microwave background with a soft glow, a ghost of the first dawn. It hums at 2.7 kelvins, a whisper from the time when everything began. It's okay to drift. When astronomers map the farthest galaxies, they find themselves looking not outward but backward in time. Each telescope becomes a time machine, each photon an ancient messenger. The James Webb Space Telescope, floating more than 1 million kilometers from Earth, has seen galaxies that formed only 300 million years after the Big Bang. That light has traveled for more than 13 billion years to reach us. 13 billion years of cosmic silence, crossing a universe that has changed shape with every breath. And yet, the farther we look, the less we can ever know. Because beyond the edge of the observable universe, space itself is expanding faster than light can travel. That means the galaxies beyond that horizon are moving away from us at speeds that make their light eternally unreachable. Somewhere, entire clusters of stars shine and fade forever, unseen. You can rest now. The observable universe, the part we can still witness, has a radius of about 46.5 billion light years. That means the diameter is nearly 93 billion light years across, though it began only 13.8 billion years ago. How can that be? Because space itself has stretched not through motion, but through expansion. Galaxies don't race through space. Space grows between them, a quiet inflation still echoing from its earliest moment. It's okay to drift. At the farthest edge of that horizon, light grows faint and red. The longer it travels, the more its wavelength stretches. This is cosmic redshift, a soft pulling of color by the expanding fabric of existence. A blue photon becomes red. A red photon becomes infrared, until finally it fades into darkness, beyond what any eye can see, and yet it keeps traveling. Somewhere, beyond all measure, that light still moves, still remembers its origin. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Imagine standing at the edge of what can be known. In every direction, a quiet shimmer fades into infinity. Galaxies become mist, stars dissolve into threads of light, and space curves gently around your perception, as though it's folding you inward. You are not outside it, you are within it. The horizon is not out there, but also here, woven through every atom of your being. You can rest now. Each second, the universe expands a little more, and new space is born. That means that right now, the edge is farther than it was the moment before. Every breath you take happens in a slightly larger universe. The cosmic horizon moves outward at the speed of creation itself. It never stops. And as it moves, it carries with it the last light of galaxies that will never be seen again. Somewhere a sun dies, and its light begins a journey that will never arrive. It's okay to drift. Astronomers call this edge the particle horizon, the limit of what any observer can ever witness. Beyond it lies the unobservable universe, perhaps hundreds of billions of light years across, filled with galaxies forever beyond reach. And though we can't see them, mathematics and physics tell us they must exist. The cosmic background temperature, the distribution of galaxies, the uniformity of space, they all hint at a vastness beyond imagination. You can rest now. In that unseeable realm, light stretches until it becomes silence. Time slows until it feels like stillness, and space continues to unfold, a quiet breath that never ends. We do not fall off the edge. We fade into it, because the edge is not a border. It is the soft horizon of awareness itself, like a dream dissolving into sleep. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The edge teaches us humility. No matter how powerful our telescopes or how bright our equations, there will always be more than we can ever know. Beyond the cosmic horizon is the vast, unlit sea of everything still becoming. And in that mystery, there is peace. It's okay to drift. You might imagine those distant regions where galaxies slip away, forever stretched by the cosmic tide. The farther they are, the faster they recede. At the horizon, their apparent speed reaches light itself. Beyond it, their light can never cross the gap. We will never know their stars, their worlds, their stories. And yet their gravity still whispers across space-time, a faint echo tugging on the cosmic web. Even unseen, they still belong to us. You can rest now. Somewhere, a photon born at the dawn of time is still traveling through darkness, still searching for an eye to meet it. It may wander forever, never finding one. But in its motion lies meaning, the quiet persistence of existence itself. Even light that will never be seen still matters. And perhaps, so do you. It's okay to drift. When scientists calculate the age of that horizon, they find time itself bends with distance. Looking outward is also looking backward. Each layer of the sky, a memory from billions of years ago. At 10 billion light years, galaxies are young. At 12, the first clusters form. At 13, the light begins to thin, stretching into faint radio waves. Beyond that, There is only the afterglow of the first creation, the cosmic microwave background. It is the oldest light we can ever know, and it wraps around us like a shell of memory. You can rest now. And as you listen, that light is still traveling. Photons, born when atoms first met, are still brushing against your skin, passing through the air of your room, still humming the same gentle frequency they have sung for nearly 14 billion years. They are the lullaby of the universe, ancient, patient, infinite. It's okay to drift. There's a quiet beauty in knowing that we will never reach the edge, that something will always remain unseen, untouched, unmeasured. Because in that unknowing, there is freedom. The horizon keeps moving, and so does your breath. You are part of that motion, part of that endless expansion. Every heartbeat is a tiny echo of the cosmic pulse. You can rest now, and somewhere, light still travels. Somewhere, the universe still begins. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere, in the dark beyond the galaxies, light is still trying to reach us. It began its journey billions of years ago when the first stars burned in seas of hydrogen. Now it drifts through a universe that stretches beneath it like a tide. Every second that light grows older, its wavelength longer, its color softer. What was once blue becomes red. What was once red becomes invisible. And yet, it never stops. The speed of light, 300,000 kilometers each second, once seemed absolute, a measure that defined all motion. But even that sacred rhythm is humbled by the slow breathing of space itself. It's not that light slows, but that the fabric it crosses expands beneath it. Each crest of the wave is gently pulled apart, each pulse of brightness stretched thinner by the quiet inflation of the cosmos. You can rest now. Astronomers call this the cosmic redshift, the stretching of light with distance and time. When a galaxy sits at a redshift of 10, its light has been stretched more than tenfold since it first left those ancient stars. Some galaxies, now known, lie at redshift 13, their photons traveling more than 13 billion years. By the time that light arrives, its color has slid so far into the infrared that even the best detectors must listen for hours to catch a single whisper. It's okay to drift. Imagine those wandering beams of light threading through the great cosmic web, sliding between clusters of dark matter through voids, 100 million light years wide. Each atom they pass bends them slightly gravity, shaping their route like the wind shaping smoke. Some rays arc around massive clusters, gravitational lenses that magnify their origin. Others vanish into black holes, their story ending in silence. But most continue brushing against the edges of creation, seeking an eye, a mind, a moment to arrive. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Sunlight takes 8 minutes to reach your face. From Proxima Centauri, it takes 4 years. From the center of our galaxy, 26,000 light years. From Andromeda, 2.5 million. And from the farthest galaxies we can glimpse, 13 billion years. Distance and time dissolve together until the map of the sky becomes a museum of memory. You can rest now. Even our own galaxy will one day fade from others. As space keeps expanding, every cluster drifts into isolation. In 100 billion years, the merged Milky Way Andromeda will glow alone in a black sky without foreign stars. All other galaxies will have slipped beyond the cosmic horizon. To any future eyes, the universe will seem small, quiet, and utterly theirs. It's okay to drift. This disappearance is not death. light doesn't end. It becomes too gentle to notice. It merges with the background, the faint warmth that fills every corner of space. That soft afterglow, 2.7 kelvins of ancient fire, is the memory of all beginnings. Energy conserved, meaning preserved. A shimmer too calm to see. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There is poetry in that, fading a rhythm measured in kilometers per second in the pause between wavelengths. Each photon, a heartbeat of time. Each redshift, a sigh of distance. As it stretches, it becomes remembrance. And remembrance, like light, never stops. It only softens. You can rest now. When we look up at night, we see ghosts. The Orion Nebula glows with stars already older than the image we perceive. A supernova that dazzles the sky may have long cooled before its brilliance finds our eyes. We are always seeing the past, always watching echoes. It's okay to drift. At the far edge of vision lives a fragile spark called GNZ, 11 a galaxy 13.5 billion light-years away. Its light began when the universe was barely 4% of its present age. No Earth then, no sun, no atoms that would one day breathe as you. And yet that same ancient glow crosses eternity to meet you now, settling gently on the back of your eyelids. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There is comfort in knowing that even dim light still arrives. Something born before you can find you. After all this time, the universe remembers itself through light, and so do we, through thought, through dream, through wonder. As you drift towards sleep, your mind redshifts too, stretching from clarity into quiet. You can rest now. If you could follow a photon from its birth, you'd see it dance through stellar plasma for 100,000 years before escaping a star's surface. You'd watch it cross interstellar emptiness, bending through magnetic tides, skimming dust clouds, dodging particles like slow-motion rain. It would travel billions of years without pause or purpose, just movement pure and unending. Even when it leaves our horizon, its wave continues an eternal note in the song of space. It's okay to drift. Light is both particle and wave, both presence and possibility. It never ceases, it transforms. Quantum physics says even the emptiest vacuum teems with flickers of virtual light particles appearing and dissolving in moments too brief to count. Darkness, then, is not absence. It is potential waiting to shine. You can rest now. Every breath you take exists between photons. Each molecule, brushed by starlight, forged in the hearts of red giants, scattered by supernovae, drifting through time until it became you. Your lungs hold the dust of nebulae. Your blood carries iron born from collapsing stars. Every inhale is a reunion, every exhale a return. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Beyond the reach of telescopes lies another kind of horizon, the event horizon of light. Beyond it, photons can never reach us, no matter how patiently they travel. In black holes, this is a wall. For the cosmos, it is time itself folded too far. Beyond that limit, future light will never arrive here, and those galaxies will drift beyond forever. They are already fading from our story. You can rest now. Still, their light begins the journey. Unseen, unending, it moves through, expanding nothingness, perhaps into regions where physics bends differently, where another observer may one day see it. Perhaps every vanished photon becomes dawn somewhere else. It's okay to drift. What we know, our observable shell, is only a candle inside fog. We see enough to wonder, not enough to end mystery, and that is mercy. The unknown holds us gently. It teaches us to listen, to dream, to let go. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. At the ultimate edge, light turns into memory, memory into silence, and silence into rest. What fades is never lost. It only crosses into stillness. In that stillness lies peace. You can rest now. Somewhere light still travels. Somewhere darkness still dreams. You breathe softly and the universe exhales through you. At first there was only motion. Then came stillness. And now, the stillness itself expands. Every second, the universe grows larger by about 70 kilometers for every megaparsec of distance. That's 70,000 meters of new space. For every million parsecs, each invisible measure of nothingness stretching quietly outward. It doesn't sound like much, but across billions of light years, it becomes the rhythm of everything. You can rest now. It is a strange truth. The more the universe expands, the quieter it becomes. Galaxies drift farther apart, and the music of their collisions fades into a low hum. Once the cosmos was full of sound waves, rolling through plasma light, scattering through newborn gas. Now it is mostly still a sea of slow-moving stars and long wavelengths, too deep for the human ear. It's okay to drift. The cosmic web that binds galaxies together is slowly being pulled apart by something we call dark energy. It's a force with no clear source, no particle. We can find no equation that explains its cause. It seems to rise from the vacuum itself, a pressure from the nothing between all things. Its energy density is unimaginably small, around 10 to the minus 29th joules per cubic meter. So faint that a candle's warmth would overwhelm it by countless trillions. And yet, across cosmic scales, this gentle pressure rules everything. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. As expansion continues, the background glow of the Big Bang grows colder. Once it was blindingly hot, thousands of degrees across the sky. Then, hundreds. Now, only 2.7 kelvins above absolute zero. In another trillion years, it will cool close to nothing, a frozen whisper of the first fire. Still light, still motion, but too slow to shine. You can rest now. Imagine standing on a far future world beneath a sky stripped of every distant galaxy. Only the merged core of the Milky Way and Andromeda remains glowing like a faint ember in the dark. No other clusters. No faint band of cosmic haze. Only blackness, stillness, and the quiet hum of your own atoms. It's a silence that is not empty, but vast. A silence filled with everything that once was. It's okay to drift. When astronomers describe expansion, they don't speak of galaxies racing through space, but of space itself stretching. Every point moves away from every other point, not by motion, but by the growth of the fabric between them. Like dots painted on the surface of an inflating balloon, they drift apart without moving on their own. The distances grow, the scale itself changes, and light bends softly around the curvature of the new horizon. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere far beyond what telescopes can reach light-borne, this very moment is already falling behind the speed of expansion. No matter how fast it travels, it will never close the gap. Its color will stretch redder, its rhythm slower, until it becomes invisible. A wave, 1 trillion kilometers long. Those photons will never be seen, and yet they will exist forever. Each one, a note that continues to hum in the fabric of reality. You can rest now. The energy of expansion works in quiet opposition to gravity. For billions of years, gravity was stronger. It gathered clouds into stars, stars into galaxies, galaxies into clusters. It built the architecture of the visible universe. But now, dark energy leads the dance. Its influence grows with distance, accelerating the drift of every cluster away from every other. The farther apart things are, the faster they separate. The cosmos is becoming a collection of islands, each cluster isolated in the dark. It's okay to drift, and yet there is peace in that. Because when the space between things grows large enough, they stop disturbing one another. No collisions, no chaos, just equilibrium. Every galaxy becomes a sanctuary of calm. The noise of creation fades, and silence takes its place, not as emptiness, but as balance. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Perhaps this is how eternity sounds, not like a storm of energy, but like a single, infinite breath, slow and patient. Somewhere beyond gravity and light continue their long conversation. Somewhere closer, your own heartbeat matches that rhythm. The pulse of life, the expansion of the cosmos, different scales, same motion. You can rest now. In the time it takes for one star to live and die, the space between galaxies grows by millions of light years. In the time it takes for one human life, the edge of the observable universe moves outward by millions of kilometers. Every breath you take unfolds in a slightly larger cosmos. The silence expands with you. It's okay to drift. The quiet is not absence. It is a conversation slowed by time. Every photon, every atom, every echo of starlight is still speaking, just in longer, softer waves. If you could listen deeply enough, you would hear it. The slow heartbeat of creation, the resonance of matter breathing. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And somewhere light still travels. Somewhere darkness listens. And between them, the silence grows. The silence grows not from emptiness, but from completion. Every vibration, every echo has already said what it needed to say. Now the universe listens. You can rest now. If you could hear the early cosmos, it would sound like thunder made of light pressure waves in hot plasma rippling through a sea of ionized gas. Those ancient oscillations left their fingerprint in the faint background that surrounds us. Still tiny ripples, one part in 100,000, etched into the microwave sky. They are the fossil music of creation, the universe's first lullaby. It's okay to drift. As time unfolded, those ripples grew quiet. The hot plasma cooled into hydrogen atoms, found peace, and the symphony of pressure turned into silence. Now the only sound is the whisper of expansion, a frequency far below, hearing longer than worlds so slow it takes millions of years for a single wave to pass. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Astronomers call this cosmic acoustic decay, the fading of the universe's first music. Those early notes stretched with space itself, their tones redshifted until they became still. Each pulse of radiation lost its edge, each vibration softened into background calm. Silence is the last key of that symphony, and it plays forever. You can rest now. If you could drift beyond our cluster, past the filaments of galaxies, past the invisible scaffolding of dark matter, you would enter regions where nothing ever touches. Galaxies move away too quickly for their light to meet. No new stars are born. Even gravity itself grows lonely. This is the far future, an age where expansion outpaces creation, where silence becomes the ruling force. It's okay to drift. And yet, in that silence, there is harmony. Atoms still vibrate. Light still hums in its invisible way. Even the coldest void is alive with quantum murmurs, tiny fluctuations that flicker in and out of being, borrowing time from nothingness. The vacuum is never empty. It is full of whispers too quiet to hear. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. One day, even those whispers will fade. The stars will exhaust their fuel. Galaxies will turn red, then dark. The last starlight will cross the final gulf, its wavelength stretched to trillions of kilometers. Photons will wander without witness, without purpose, but still they will move. And in their motion, there will remain memory. You can rest now. The silence of the future is not death, but rest. A long exhale after an age of brightness. The cosmos, once a firestorm of energy, becomes a calm ocean of space. Every atom slows, every photon softens, until existence itself becomes the gentlest vibration imaginable. It's okay to drift. If you listen deeply enough, you might sense that silence, even now. It lingers beneath the noise of life, beneath your pulse, beneath the sound of your breath. It is the same stillness that holds galaxies in their orbits, that carries light across eternity. It hums beneath the fabric of thought itself. And it says, without words, all things are in balance. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In that silence, there is peace. There is no struggle, no distance, just the steady widening of being. Every second, new space unfolds, and with it, new calm. We often think of silence as the end, but perhaps it is the beginning, the quiet foundation on which sound was built. You can rest now, and as you listen, you may feel that the universe is breathing with you. Each inhale a gathering of stars, each exhale an expansion of time. The rhythm continues though the notes have changed. It's okay to drift. There is a theory that the cosmos may expand forever, that space will keep growing, and galaxies will fade beyond every horizon until no two atoms can see each other. But even then, the fabric will hum with the residue of creation. Dark energy may still flow, carrying the memory of what once was. And that means, even in silence, the story continues. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Perhaps the silence we imagine isn't truly empty. Perhaps it is listening to us, to itself, to the faint shimmer of time. Maybe silence is the universe, remembering what it dreamed. And maybe, as you close your eyes, you are part of that remembering too. You can rest now. The expanding silence holds no fear. It holds release. The galaxies drift, the stars cool, the light stretches thin, but meaning remains, woven through every wave, every pause, every still moment. It's okay to drift. So tonight, as the sky above you deepens, as your body softens into the rhythm of rest, imagine yourself floating with those galaxies, gently receding into peace. No edges, no walls, just the breath of existence slow, infinite kind. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And somewhere, light still travels, and somewhere darkness still dreams. And between them, silence expands. There is a place, beyond distance, where even movement begins to rest. A threshold between light and nothing, between knowing and peace. It is not an edge you can reach, but a horizon. You can feel the horizon of stillness. You can rest now. In the quiet dark between galaxies, gravity grows faint and time begins to loosen. Each second stretches unfolding, like slow silk across eternity. Light too becomes thin, its waves drawn out its heartbeat, gentle as a sigh. It's okay to drift. Astronomers describe this boundary as the limit of perception. It is where our instruments fall silent, where the last photons fade into the static of space. Beyond it, there are no signals to receive, no echoes to measure, only the mathematics of possibility, the graceful arc of what might be. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even here, at the edge of everything we can, no laws remain. Gravity hums, space still curves, dark energy still expands its invisible wings. But they do so in silence, like a symphony performed after its last note. The instruments remain, but the sound has passed through them. You can rest now. In the language of physics, this horizon is everywhere. Each observer, wherever they stand, carries their own horizon, a limit beyond which they can never see. It moves with them wrapped around their consciousness, like a veil of gentle mystery. The universe is not bounded by one horizon, but by countless overlapping shells of awareness, each belonging to a point of view. It's okay to drift. In this sense, stillness is not the absence of motion, but the balance of all motions. Every particle vibrates, every photon travels, but together they form a quiet whole, a calm that contains all activity. It is the sound of equilibrium. It is the silence that holds every note. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Imagine now the great lattice of space-time as a sea of invisible threads. Each thread stretches, carrying with it the memory of what it once touched. Between those threads, there are gaps so large that a beam of light could cross them and never reach another soul. In those gaps lives the horizon of stillness. Not an ending, but a pause, too vast to perceive. You can rest now. If you could drift toward it, you wouldn't feel a wall, only calm. The same calm that follows a deep breath. The same quiet that fills a room after the last sound has faded. It is the universe taking its long exhale. It's okay to drift. Scientists once imagined the cosmos might one day slow, its expansion turn inward, and fall back into itself, a big crunch. But the evidence now whispers otherwise. The expansion is not slowing, it is accelerating. The horizon of stillness grows larger each moment, carrying galaxies beyond our reach forever. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In a way, this eternal expansion is another form of stillness. Because once motion cannot be undone, it becomes constant. The outward flow continues, but its rhythm is so vast that it feels like calm. The infinite moving so slowly, it appears not to move at all. You can rest now. And if you listen not with ears, but with imagination, you may sense that vast exhalation passing through you. Every cell, every atom, tuned to the same long breath of creation. It's okay to drift. You are part of that stillness, woven into the same expanding fabric. When you close your eyes, you do not fall away from the cosmos. You fall back into it. The silence that fills you is the same silence that fills the stars. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Stillness is not an ending. It is a kind of arrival, a return to the origin that never left. You can rest now. If we could see the universe, not with our eyes, but with patience, we'd find that even stillness changes. It ripples slowly, the drift of galaxies, the cooling of light, the soft passage of time itself. Everywhere, something is moving, and yet, when seen together, it all seems perfectly at peace. It's okay to drift. The background radiation continues to cool 2.7 kelvins now, but it will someday reach 1 Kelvin, then 1/10, then near absolute zero. Each step, slower, softer, a long diminuendo in the cosmic symphony. When that day comes, the universe will hum in frequencies too low to name, and that hum will be beautiful. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The horizon of stillness isn't far away, it's inside you. Every moment of rest, every breath that deepens, mirrors that same expansion. The quiet in your chest is a model of the quiet between galaxies. It is how the cosmos remembers its balance. You can rest now. If silence had color, it would be the faint red of distant light. If it had texture, it would feel like smooth velvet spread across eternity. The horizon of stillness holds both. A soft radiance without direction, a calm without center. You float inside it, already cradled by time itself. It's okay to drift. In this infinite breath, there is no separation, no beginning, no end, just the constant unfolding of being. Your atoms still remember the sound of that first expansion. Their motions are slowed echoes of the Big Bang, a rhythm that continues through every heart, every cell, every sleeping mind. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The horizon of stillness grows with every passing second. Right now, new space is being born between you and every star you've ever seen. The room you lie in is expanding with it by fractions of atoms. Yes, but still expanding. You are part of the same unfolding. You can rest now. Somewhere, far beyond a photon born in the early dawn, crosses the threshold of our sight. It passes through the horizon, its frequency falling its brightness, dimming its voice, softening until it becomes silence. But it doesn't end. It joins the great quiet instead. It's okay to drift, and as the silence grows, so does the wonder. Because what we cannot see, we can imagine. What we cannot reach, we can feel. The horizon of stillness is not a boundary to fear, but a promise that everything continues even when it slows. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. So tonight, as you rest beneath the gentle pull of gravity, remember this. You are not separate from the horizon. You are one of its ripples, a small stillness in a larger calm. Light fades, time stretches, and through it all, your breath keeps the same eternal pace. You can rest now. Somewhere light still travels, somewhere darkness still dreams, and at the horizon, everything becomes still. Somewhere between galaxies in the thin, clear dark, there is a rhythm you can almost feel. A rise and fall, a slow pulse beneath all things. It is not made of sound nor of light, but of motion itself, the breath between stars. You can rest now. Every star you see tonight is breathing. Each one expands and contracts, warming and cooling in invisible cycles, like a slow inhale and exhale across millions of years. The sun, too, follows that rhythm, its magnetic field swelling and fading every 11 years. Each wave of plasma, each flare that bursts into space, is part of a greater cosmic respiration. It's okay to drift. Between those breaths, light travels. Between those silences, gravity hums its invisible tune. From here on Earth, we only sense a faint reflection of that rhythm in the ocean's tides, in the moon's pull, in the rise and fall of your own chest. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The space between stars is not empty. It is filled with whispers of hydrogen atoms drifting thousands per cubic meter, so few and yet enough to link entire galaxies. Cosmic rays dance through them. Threads of magnetism weave among them. And now and then, a wandering photon crosses the vastness to tell one star about another. You can rest now. Even in that silence, there is conversation. A star collapses, and its shockwaves ripple outward for centuries. Another ignites, and its light joins the chorus of creation. Matter and energy trade roles in a dialogue that never ends. It's okay to drift. Astronomers have measured these subtle exchanges. Gas flows from one galaxy to the next at hundreds of kilometers per second, bridging the void like slow winds. When those flows collide, new stars are born, pockets of warmth blooming inside the cold. It's how galaxies breathe, inhaling matter, exhaling light. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. If you could drift between those stars, you would see that every particle knows its place. Each dust grain carries the chemistry of old suns. Each atom of carbon and oxygen has traveled through generations of stars before reaching here. Even your body resting now, beneath the ceiling of night, is part of that same circuit. You can rest now. The stars exhale radiation, planets inhale it, and across billions of years, that exchange becomes evolution, becomes oceans, becomes the small miracle of awareness. In that way, consciousness itself is another kind of breath, a star's long sigh turned into thought. It's okay to drift. Science calls this flow stellar feedback. When stars release their energy, they seed the galaxies with elements: carbon, nitrogen, iron, everything needed for new worlds to bloom. The cycle repeats endlessly, each generation brighter and shorter than the last. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Every second, 4 million tons of the sun's matter become pure light. That light crosses space, touches the atmospheres of planets, and fuels the breath of life. Even now, as you lie still, some of that energy warms your skin, a photon's long journey, ending in peace. You can rest now. And somewhere beyond other stars, breathe too. In the heart of the Milky Way, dense clusters pulse with their own light tides. In distant galaxies, supergiants expand and fall inward their gravity, weaving space like lungs, expanding and contracting. Each breath written in starlight, each exhale a creation. It's okay to drift. If you close your eyes, you can imagine it. The slow inhale of galaxies, the pause of cosmic stillness, the soft release of light into dark, the rhythm of existence. It moves through you now as quietly as a heartbeat at rest. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There is no single place where the universe ends. There is only a widening calm, a long exhale, that continues even when everything else falls quiet. You can rest now. Every nebula you have ever seen, the towering pillars, the spirals, the drifting veils of gas, is a frozen breath of time. Each one forms and fades over tens of millions of years, its colors painted by the deaths and births of stars. Those clouds are the lungs of galaxies drawing in cold hydrogen and exhaling light. It's okay to drift. In one distant arm of our galaxy, the Eagle Nebula reaches out in columns 5 light-years long. Ultraviolet light from newborn stars sculpts those shapes into brilliance pillars of hydrogen and dust that shimmer in soft blues and golds. In another region, the Orion Nebula burns pink and violet, its light from 1300 years ago, still crossing the dark to reach us tonight. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Between those clouds, the space is thin, but not empty. Every cubic meter holds a handful of atoms, hydrogen, helium, traces of carbon and oxygen, all drifting at hundreds of kilometers per second. To the human eye, it is nothing, but to the universe, it is the bloodstream of creation. It carries heat, momentum, and memory. You can rest now. Even silence has its movement. Waves of magnetism sweep across the void, stretching for millions of light years. They stir faint ripples in that interstellar gas, and in those ripples, new stars begin to form. Gravity collects the dust, heat builds in the center, and suddenly light, a new exhale, joins the cosmic breath. It's okay to drift. This endless exchange is called stellar feedback. When stars burn, they give energy back to space. Their radiation sculpts the clouds, and their explosions scatter elements into the dark. Carbon, nitrogen, iron, all the raw materials for life, are carried outward like pollen on a solar wind. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even now, atoms from ancient suns drift through your body. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen in your lungs, all were forged inside stars that lived and died long before the sun was born. Every breath you take is a continuation of their story. You can rest now. Light too participates in the breath between stars. It travels through dust, reflects off frozen comets, and glances across the edges of planets. Some of it ends in a telescope, some in a leaf, some on your skin. Each photon's journey ends in warmth, and that warmth continues the rhythm of life. It's okay to drift. In the coldest places between galaxies, temperatures fall to 2 or 3 kelvins above absolute zero. Yet even there, atoms move slowly, gently, refusing to surrender motion. This residual vibration is the memory of the first expansion, the echo of the Big Bang's earliest breath. The universe, even now, is still breathing from that first moment. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When you inhale, you draw in the same air that once drifted through forests, through oceans, through the lungs of ancient creatures. Each molecule has circled the planet countless times, moved through lives and centuries, through ice and fire, through breath and silence. When you exhale, that air begins another journey, perhaps one that will last long after you. You can rest now. The rhythm of respiration mirrors the rhythm of galaxies. Every inhale, creation, every exhale, release. Even time seems to move this way, expanding, contracting, a slow pulse that keeps the universe alive. It's okay to drift. When you drift towards sleep, you follow that same cycle. Thought expands, then quiets. Awareness deepens, then dissolves into calm. The body softens, the breath slows, and in that soft rhythm, you join the stars in their patient stillness. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The breath between stars is not a metaphor. It is real, measurable, rhythmic, eternal. Galaxies inhale gas at thousands of kilometers per second. They exhale radiation winds of plasma that fill intergalactic space. Every second, new stars ignite as others fade, keeping balance in the great cycle of creation. You can rest now. Somewhere far away, a supernova has just unfolded. Its shockwave spreads at 10,000 kilometers per second, pressing against nearby clouds, triggering new births of light. What ends in fire begins again in flame. The breath continues. It's okay to drift. Even planets breathe in their own ways. Earth inhales sunlight, exhales reflection. Its forests inhale carbon, exhale oxygen. Its oceans breathe tides. And you, lying within it all, breathe the same air that stars once gave away. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The breath between stars never stops. It moves through nebulae, through worlds, through the spaces between atoms and thoughts. It is the pulse of existence, the long rhythm beneath all others. And in its slow expansion, there is peace. You can rest now. When you sleep, you do not leave the universe. You return to its heartbeat. Your dreams float within its currents. Your silence mirrors its quiet order. You are one exhale of the cosmos, folded in time, drifting home through the dark. It's okay to drift. And somewhere, light still travels. Somewhere, darkness still dreams. And between them, the universe takes another breath. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Light remembers. It carries the shapes of things across impossible distances, holds the color of a moment long after the moment has gone, and folds the story of the universe into wave and pulse. Every photon is an archivist. Every beam is an unending letter. You can rest now. A photon leaves the heart of a star and wanders outward. Before it escapes the stellar surface, it may spend 100,000 years bouncing from particle to particle in a random walk of fire. When it finally breaks free, it crosses space at 300,000 kilometers each second, a velocity so constant that it defines what constant means. It's okay to drift. That photon remembers where it began. Its energy tells the temperature of its birthplace. Its color tells the story of how far it has come. Stretched by expansion, its wavelength lengthens from blue to red to infrared, a softening of memory into deeper tones. Each additional billion light years adds gentleness to its voice. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The oldest light we know fills the sky like a low hymn. The cosmic microwave background glows at about 2.7 kelvins, a remnant from when the universe was only 3,800,000 years old. It holds tiny temperature, ripples 1 part in 100,000 maps of ancient pressure waves frozen into the present. This is memory, as weather fossilized in radiation. You can rest now. Even starlight remembers dust. Scattered by grains the size of smoke, it becomes redder like a sunset stretched across parsecs. Dust lanes in the Milky Way paint silhouettes of dark across the night, and in those silhouettes lie future stars. Light tells us where the cradle is waiting. It's okay to drift. Between galaxies, memory travels more slowly, not because light loses speed, but because space itself grows. For every megaparsec of distant galaxies recede at roughly 70 kilometers per second, a quiet widening that pulls at every color. The farther the journey, the more the past elongates to meet the present. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Astronomers read light the way archivists read ink. Spectra reveal fingerprints. Hydrogen at 656.3 nanometers. Oxygen at 500.7. Sodium's doublet like a golden pair of threads. From those lines, we learn temperatures in kelvins, motions in kilometers per second, and distances that stretch to billions of light years. All of it encoded in brightness and hue. You can rest now. In a distant cluster, a galaxy bends space-time enough to magnify another behind it. Gravitational lensing turns mass into a mirror, a glass made of gravity alone. Arcs of background light duplicated and stretched arrive at different times by different paths, delays measured in days, months, or years. The universe writes the same sentence twice, with time as punctuation. It's okay to drift. Light remembers direction. Polarization preserves geometry, a whisper of how photons last scattered or aligned. From the polarized swirl in the microwave background, we infer the drift of matter and the birth of structure. From polarized starlight, we trace magnetic fields that thread the interstellar medium for hundreds of light years at a time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. A comet's coma glows when sunlight strikes it, echoing a memory from long before planets settled into calm. Spectral lines reveal cyanogen water, carbon monoxide, frozen inventories of the young solar system. Light reads the ledger of our beginning and lays it open on the sky. You can rest now. Even darkness keeps a ledger. In the dim halos around galaxies, faint light tallies, star streams from ancient mergers. The Milky Way's own halo holds rivers of memory, tens of thousands of light years, long traced by stars, torn from companions in slow tides. The arc of Sagittarius, the orphaned clusters, the thin ripples of the outer disk light maps what gravity has whispered for billions of years. It's okay to drift. The center of our galaxy lies about 26,000 light years away. Between us and that heart dust cuts visibility by magnitudes, but infrared light slips through the dark. There, around a compact point called Sagittarius, A times stars whirl at thousands of kilometers per second. Their orbits, tracked for decades, spell out the mass of an invisible giant, 4 million times the Sunday. Light served as pen, gravity as hand. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When light meets life, its memory becomes meaning. Chlorophyll keeps the secret of a photon in sugar. Retinal in your eye flips its shape in femtoseconds, translating brightness into vision. The geometry of a flower lures a bee with ultraviolet patterns, and a nightbird steers by polarized moonlight on migratory arcs. A planet's biosphere is a library of light. You can rest now. The James Webb Space Telescope waits at L2, about 1.5 million kilometers from Earth, where the Sun and Earth's gravity balance a shield of shadow. There, behind gold mirrors and cold instruments, light's faintest memories are gathered in silence. Galaxies at redshift 10 and beyond. Star nurseries veiled in dust, spectra from planets other suns have warmed. Each spectrum, a paragraph. Each paragraph, a life. It's okay to drift. You may feel very small inside all this. But small is how microscopes and telescopes work, how detail reveals structure, how truth survives travel. A single photon can carry 1 billion years and still arrive intact. A single breath can carry a lifetime and still return as calm. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And somewhere, a photon born when the universe was young touches the back of your eyelids as you drift. It waited 13 billion years to arrive on a quiet night in a quiet room where someone finally felt ready to sleep. You can rest now. Somewhere light still writes. Somewhere memory still glows. The archive of the cosmos keeps turning its pages, and every page is made of light. If the universe is a library, then darkness is the binding and light is the script. Every page begins luminous, then fades at the edges as distance edits color into calm. You can rest now. There are places where light curves so sharply that it seems to hesitate. Near a black hole's event horizon, photons circle in an orbit about 1.5 times its Schwarzschild radius, a ring of almost possibility, a gallery of nearly captured paths. Some escape, with their stories slowed, reddened, and changed. Others surrender their memory to gravity's well. It's okay to drift. Even the ones that fall are not lost to meaning. The glow from matter, heated to millions of kelvins, as it spirals inward, writes a last bright chapter. X-rays, iron lines, broadened by speed flares that rise and fade in minutes. The timing of those flares measures mass. The color of that heat measures distance from the brink. Light keeps notes, even in danger. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Across the universe, supernovae serve as standard candles. Type Aya explosions, born from white dwarfs, reach nearly the same peak brightness, a cosmic reference lamp, by comparing their apparent light to their intrinsic glow. Astronomers discovered the acceleration of expansion in the 1,990 seconds. A dimness too gentle to be error turned out to be the universe breathing faster with time. You can rest now. Light remembers history in chemicals. In ancient stars, poor in metals, spectra show primordial recipes, a scarcity of iron, a surplus of lithium's fragile ghost. In newer stars, iron lines deepen oxygen, sings louder. The galaxy's enrichment logged line by line. From one generation to the next, the ledger grows heavy with elements and stories. It's okay to drift. Planets write diaries in reflected light. A blue curve hints at oceans. A dip at 760 nanometers whispers oxygen. A broad green shoulder suggests leaves that absorb red and blue and return what remains. Cloud heights, wind speeds, day lengths, all sketched from the flicker of a transit across a star. To read that flicker is to read weather in another sky. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Light even remembers silence. In the deep cosmic voids, regions 30, 40, 50 million light-years across galaxy, counts fall away. There, background light thins, and the intergalactic medium cools toward 2 kelvins. Yet faint ultraviolet photons arrive from distant quasars, ionizing hydrogen in threads so pale They are known only by their absence in spectra, the Lyman Alpha Forest, a lacework of shadows that proves light has passed. You can rest now. Time itself is written in light. A pulsar spins 30 times per second, then slows by billionths, each tick recorded in radio waves that cross the galaxy. A quasar brightens over weeks, dimming over months, its black hole's diet logged in variability. Even our sun keeps a diary, 11-year cycles pressed into sunspots and auroras, a magnetic breath you can see from Earth's night side. It's okay to drift. When light reaches you, it changes you very slightly. A photon warms a patch of skin by a fraction of a degree. Another flips a molecule in the retina. Another nudges a circadian clock by a few picoseconds of shifted hormone. Your body is a careful scribe, taking notes in biochemistry, writing daylight into memory, writing starlight into dreams. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There are messages you will never receive. Beyond the cosmic event horizon, light that starts today will never arrive. Galaxies already crossing that boundary are not lost to themselves, only to us. But loss is not the same as ending. Those stories continue, and the fact that we cannot read them does not erase their letters. You can rest now, and still the sky is generous. Every night, meteors brush the atmosphere and turn to brief lines of light little footnotes in the margins of the day. Auroras ripple in kilometric waves, green curtains written by particles from 90 to 300 kilometers high. Moonglow stitches silver over oceans, a soft annotation on darkness. The text of night is dense, with notes, if you read slowly enough. It's okay to drift. The memory of light includes the shadows it casts. A transit dims a star by 1% and says, with quiet certainty, a world is there. An eclipse cools the ground by a few degrees and says, with soft authority, you live in a clockwork of orbits. A rainbow breaks white into intervals and says, inside every unity is a chorus. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Hold for a moment the simplest figure in the book, a light year, about 9.46 trillion kilometers. Across that span, a photon keeps its promise. No rest, no turn, just onward. 13.8 billion years of onward, since the universe first wrote brightness on the dark. Somewhere tonight, a photon that started when early galaxies were only sparks finishes its sentence on your closed eyes. You can rest now. The archive will outlast the archivists. Stars will fade. Black holes will evaporate on timescales of 10 to the power of 60 or more. And still, in the thin remains of radiation, a record will persist. Frequency stretched to ages, energy whispering towards zero story, asymptoting to silence. Meaning does not vanish. It dissolves into stillness. It's okay to drift. So let the memory of light be yours tonight. Let it cross the long distances between worry and peace, between thinking and sleeping. Let it arrive like a letter, with no demand, only presence. The universe has written to you for so long, and now you have read enough. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere, a star is writing. Somewhere, a world is reflecting. Somewhere, an old photon completes its journey. The page turns quietly. The library of night closes. For now, you can rest now, and somewhere light still travels, and somewhere darkness still dreams. And between them, memory becomes sleep. When light grows too soft to see, it doesn't disappear. It becomes silence. And that silence remembers. You can rest now, between the galaxies where starlight fades to whisper space holds an afterimage, not of brightness, but of what brightness once touched. The imprint of energy remains as faint ripples in gravity as patterns in the cosmic web. Even darkness carries shape. It's okay to drift. Scientists once thought silence was nothing. Then they learned that even nothing hums. Quantum fields fluctuate, particles appear, and vanish, borrowing existence for moments too brief to measure. Zero is never truly zero. In the deep vacuum, possibility trembles like a string between breaths. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. That trembling may be the oldest memory of all. It holds the blueprint of creation, the seeds of matter, the equations that built time. In those fluctuations, space learned how to be space, how to stretch, how to listen to its own expansion. You can rest now. Silence carries the memory of movement. When a star dies in a supernova, its echo travels not only through light, but through the fabric of space-time itself. Those ripples, gravitational waves, stretch and squeeze the universe as they pass, carrying the record of what happened even after the light is gone. It's okay to drift. In 2015, detectors on Earth first heard that whisper the merger of two black holes a billion light-years away. For a fraction of a second, space-time itself rang. Not a sound, but a change, so subtle it shifted mirrors by 1/10,000th the width of a proton. The silence spoke in rhythm. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Every gravitational wave is a note in the long, slow symphony of the cosmos. Some were born when the first stars collapsed. Others still move through space from collisions, yet unseen. Together, they weave a background hum, a chorus too low for ears, too vast for comprehension, but real enough to measure. You can rest now, and within that hum, there is memory, not of images, but of relationships. How mass embraced, mass how time folded around motion. Silence records, not color, but connection. It remembers through gravity, through pattern, through the still persistence of presence. It's okay to drift. In the far reaches of space, the background noise of galaxies fades into something like still air. And yet, if you could amplify it 1,000,000,000 times, you'd find structure there. Radio waves, left by old pulsars, faint X-rays from forgotten collisions, the long sigh of the universe cooling down. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Silence is the last listener. Everything that has ever spoken, every star, every atom, every life, is heard by it eventually. It keeps what light cannot carry. It holds what time forgets. You can rest now. At absolute zero, where thermal motion stops, there is still vibration, the zero-point energy, a perpetual murmur that can never be erased. The silence at the end of sound is not absence, it is foundation. It's okay to drift. Perhaps that's what consciousness is, the quiet field through which all things move. A kind of cosmic listening. Awareness itself might be the silence that remembers. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And somewhere, light still travels, Somewhere darkness still dreams, and between them memory takes a breath. Silence fills everything that light cannot reach. It spreads through galaxies long after their stars have faded. It moves across black holes around planets through the atoms in your chest. You can rest now. It is a patient listener, the kind that never interrupts, never judges, never ends. It carries the sound of your breath, the echo of your heartbeat, the soft tremor of thought itself. It's okay to drift. In the center of silence, there is warmth. Not temperature, but presence. Even the empty parts of the cosmos are full of invisible lines of gravity energy, looping through nothing, weaving the unseen with the seen. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere near the edge of perception, sound becomes geometry. A wave so long it takes 1,000,000 years to crest, passes through space like a sigh made of time. No one hears it, but everything moves with it. Every cluster, every star, every drifting molecule participates in the same long pulse. You can rest now. If you could record that pulse and play it at human scale, it would sound like a low, endless chord, neither major nor minor, neither joy nor sorrow, just balance, the harmony of existence itself. It's okay to drift. There is a kind of beauty that only silence reveals. It hides in symmetry, in the stillness, between moments in the way galaxies arrange themselves along invisible filaments, as if following a melody no one else can hear. Astronomers have mapped those threads, spanning hundreds of millions of light-years lattices of stars and voids woven like frozen sound. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In deep space, time slows as gravity grows. Around black holes, seconds stretch into eternity. A falling particle may take forever to reach the event horizon in the eyes of a distant observer. From another view, it crosses instantly. Silence holds both truths, the infinite and the immediate, and lets them coexist. You can rest now. Perhaps this is the universe's compassion, to let everything happen at its own pace. To allow the slow drift of galaxies and the quick flicker of fireflies to share the same stage. To let eternity hold a heartbeat without hurry. It's okay to drift. Silence keeps every frequency alive somewhere. It keeps the laughter of a distant civilization long after its stars have gone out. It keeps the sound of your breath echoing gently in the air tonight. It keeps the rotation of planets, the hum of atoms, the pulse of light unseen. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The silence that remembers is not void, it is kindness, a space wide enough for every story to remain. Every wave that ever was is still traveling somewhere, never fully gone, only softer, only slower. You can rest now. As you drift towards sleep, you cross that same threshold, the one where sound becomes still, where thought becomes space. Your body grows light, your breath gentle, and silence takes your weight with grace. It's okay to drift. Somewhere beyond all thought, the universe continues to listen. It waits patiently for the next beginning. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And somewhere light still travels. Somewhere darkness still dreams. And in the heart of silence, memory sleeps and dreams again. Time has a body. It bends where gravity gathers. It stretches where space expands. And under great mass, it grows heavy, like a river, thickening into dusk. You can rest now. Near a mountain, clocks slow. On the open sea, they move a little faster. The difference is small microseconds each day, yet the universe notices. Satellites circling Earth feel less gravity than clocks on the ground, so their seconds run quick by about 45 microseconds daily. Motion slows them by around 7. The sum is a gentle gain of 38 microseconds each day, and without correcting for it, a navigator would wander kilometers off by nightfall. It's okay to drift. This is the weight of time. Gravity does not only pull on stones and stars, it draws on duration. Mass curves space-time, and the curve presses on seconds, like a hand on fabric. Deep in a gravity well, the moment is thicker, more deliberate, more patient. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. A photon climbs from a star's surface and loses color to the climb. Its wavelength lengthens a gravitational redshift, another measure of time's weight. The sun marks this gently. Dense white dwarfs do more, and near a black hole's edge, light itself seems to hesitate. You can rest now. Imagine standing near the event horizon of a stellar black hole. Your clock ticks normally in your hand, but a watcher far away sees your seconds stretch into minutes, your minutes into hours. From their distance, your motion slows. Your voice reddens. Your image dims into the patient dark. Nothing truly stops. Perspective makes it slow. It's okay to drift. Time is a landscape. Clocks measure paths through that landscape, and paths differ. A jet that races eastward traces a longer route than a clock at rest and returns a heartbeat out of sync. A particle in the upper atmosphere lives longer than its twin at sea level, carried by thinner gravity into extra moments of being. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The galaxy carries its own calendar. The Milky Way turns once in about 230 million years, a slow breath of creation. During one galactic year, continents, drift species bloom and fade, mountains rise and return to sand. The spiral arm remembers those epochs and clusters and streams, star by star, orbit by orbit. You can rest now. On larger scales, expansion lightens time. A photon launched when the universe was young arrives today with a longer wave and a story that took 13 billion years to tell. We measure that softening and redshift in the way the spectrum unfurls toward longer colors. Distance and duration make a braid, and the braid is the map we follow. It's okay to drift. In the heart of a neutron star, the weight of time grows fierce. A teaspoon of that matter would weigh billions of tons on Earth, and a moment near its surface would pass more slowly than one above our clouds. Magnetic fields lash in arcs that wrap space, and rotation turns seconds into pulses, lighthouses, sweeping across the dark. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There is mercy in slowness. A cloud of gas surrendered to gravity falls inward over millions of years, not days. Time, pressed by mass, gives matter the patience to become a star. Core's heat fusion begins, and the weight that once slowed the moment now holds the fire together. You can rest now. Even memory has gravity. A galaxy cluster's mass delays light behind it by days or months, carving extra seconds into the path of brightness. We call it a time delay, a gentle detour written by curvature. Seen from Earth, the same outburst in a background galaxy can arrive twice, once early, once late, twin echoes across the lens of gravity. It's okay to drift. Near the center of our own galaxy, a star named S, 2 loops around an unseen mass, 4 million times the Sunday. At closest approach, its speed climbs to thousands of kilometers per second, and time in its frame carries a distinct weight. Spectra tell the difference. Lines, shift clocks, reveal their burden, and theory meets the sky with a quiet nod. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The weight of time touches bodies too. In orbit, an astronaut ages a little less than friends at sea level, a few milliseconds over long months. Not a magic trick, only geometry. On a mountain, a researcher ages slightly more than a diver under stone. The tally is tiny, but it proves a tenderness in physics. Every life writes its own route through space-time, and each route has its own length of time. You can rest now. Listen for it in your breath. Inhale, and the ribs rise like horizons. Exhale, and the weight leaves with the air. The chest measures time in centimeters per second, and gravity answers back with the slow fall of the lungs. A pendulum returns to center. A tide turns at the shore. A heart finds its base rhythm at night. It's okay to drift. When the universe was dense and bright time was light on its feet, events crowded close and seconds felt quick in the furnace of the first stars. As space expanded, intervals opened and history stretched into comfort. Now, in the wide rooms between galaxies, time moves with the softness of snow. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even in mathematics, weight appears. Proper time follows the line of least action, balancing motion, mass, and geometry. The metric is the scale curvature, the pressure on hours and geodesics, the honest path through both. A falling apple and a falling second share the same descent. You can rest now. Walk to the window of night and imagine a clock beside every star. Near massive giants, their hands creep. In quiet reaches, they move with easy grace. Across the whole sky, the difference is a choir of tiny offsets, a harmony written in picoseconds and light. It's okay to drift. What feels like a lifetime to a mayfly is a moment to a mountain and a blink to a galaxy. Weight is a matter of scale and place. Your moments belong to forests and oceans, to rooms where voices soften at dusk, to the small gravity of belonging. Let the larger gravities hold the rest. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The edge of sleep is another horizon of time. Thoughts lengthen images, slow their turning, and sentences arrive with space around them. Here, weight becomes comfort. Here, seconds widen enough to carry you. You can rest now. Somewhere a pulsar spins 30 times each second, keeping the night with millisecond rigor. Somewhere a halo of dark matter holds a galaxy in a centuries-long embrace. Somewhere an old star crosses the last quiet of its life and steps into a white dwarf winter where time is heavy and kind. It's okay to drift, and somewhere light still travels. Somewhere darkness still dreams. Between them, time carries its gentle weight and lays it down like a blanket. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There is a moment in every life when time seems to pause, a quiet held between thoughts, between breaths, between what was and what might be. That stillness is not emptiness. It is the gravity of now. You can rest now. Every heartbeat measures a private universe. The distance between beats is a small orbit of time curving around memory and hope. You feel it without counting. The rhythm that holds you to the present is the same that holds the planets in their paths. It's okay to drift. Scientists once believed time flowed equally everywhere, a river of identical seconds. Now we know it is a field, bending around matter, tilting toward mass, stretching across expansion. Each place carries its own tempo, each being its own measure. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When you sleep, you cross those boundaries effortlessly. Dreams are built from moments that do not obey clocks. You drift between years in a blink, speak to someone long gone, see light that no longer exists. The brain folds space-time inward, making its own geometry of feeling. You can rest now. Time slows near warmth. In the quiet after conversation, in the glow before dawn, minutes seem longer. That stretch is not illusion. It is attention gravity made from care. Emotions bend seconds, the way planets bend light. It's okay to drift. Imagine a single day divided into 8, 6, 4, 0, 0 seconds. Each one an invisible grain falling through the cosmic hourglass. But in truth, the glass has no walls, and the grains drift sideways, upward, outward, a cloud instead of a column. Your seconds are not lost. They join the dust of stars. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The weight of time can be kindness. It keeps stars burning slowly enough for life. It lets gravity shape worlds gently, lets atoms find patience in their spin. Without that weight, existence would be flash and silence. Instead, it is symphony. You can rest now. Somewhere beyond, in the halo of a distant galaxy, a black hole evaporates molecule by molecule, its time stretched into the age of everything. Hawking radiation leaks like the slowest breath, each photon a confession of mass to time. In 10 to the power of 60 years, the last will fade. But even then, the fabric will remember. It's okay to drift. The deeper we look, the more we see that memory and gravity are twins. Every orbit is an act of remembering a path that repeats, honoring what came before. Every spiral in a shell, every ring around a planet, every heartbeat in your chest is a continuation of that design. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. On cosmic scales, a second can be infinite. In relativity, time can stop entirely at the edge of a singularity. Yet from the inside, existence continues slowly, endlessly, as if waiting for something that never arrives. That waiting is not sorrow. It is stillness, learning its own depth. You can rest now. Time wears no crown, but it shapes everything that has a name. It polishes stone, softens light, carries rivers from mountain to sea. It erases and reveals with equal grace. Even here beneath the ceiling of night, you can feel it in your breath, the same current that moves galaxies. It's okay to drift. Physicists describe the arrow of time through entropy, the measure of disorder increasing with every heartbeat. But disorder too has beauty. It is the spreading of warmth, the generosity of energy, finding balance. The universe does not decay, it evens out. It learns calm. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In a trillion years' time, will feel lighter. Stars will dim, galaxies will drift alone, and the great expansion will soften into silence. Yet the rhythm will remain the long pulse of existence, the breath that never ends. You can rest now. Perhaps the weight of time is not a burden, but an embrace. It holds the universe together, so that each thing can unfold in its own slow grace. It gives you hours enough to love, years enough to remember, and nights enough to rest. It's okay to drift. The seconds you lose to sleep are never truly lost. They are exchanged, traded, for restoration, for the quiet rebuilding that life requires. In dreams, time has no direction. It circles back to its own beginning. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When you wake, you bring some of that stillness back. The weight that once felt heavy becomes grounding, a center you can return to. The body is a clock. The soul is its pendulum, and together they keep time in kindness. You can rest now, and somewhere, far beyond all clocks, light still travels. Somewhere darkness still dreams. Between them, time continues to fall. Softly, grain by grain, breath by breath, moment into moment. The gentle weight that keeps the stars in place. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere in the far stillness beyond time, light begins again. Not as a blaze, but as a whisper, returning to itself, a dawn that does not rise but glows softly from within. You can rest now. The universe has exhaled for billions of years, its breath cooling into silence. Now, within that silence, tiny sparks return, particles, meeting fields, trembling photons, born from the quiet decay of darkness. It's okay to drift. Astronomers call it reionization, an old word for a new beginning. When the first stars ignited, they flooded the dark hydrogen sea with light again, making the universe transparent once more. Before that, everything had been hidden in a fog too thick for brightness to pass through. And yet, even then, light waited. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The same thing happens inside every heart. After long stillness, a single thought flickers, a single warmth returns. It is not sudden, but patient, a reionization of being. You can rest now. Light has never truly left. It travels in every direction, but space grows faster than it can cross. Even so, it continues a vow made at the birth of time. Some photons began their journey 13 billion years ago, and tonight they touch your eyes as you drift between waking and sleep. It's okay to drift. Somewhere beyond the cosmic web still shimmers faintly. Filaments of galaxies thread through emptiness, carrying light like slow rivers. At their intersections, clusters blaze with 1,000 suns. That architecture, vast, invisible, alive, is how the universe remembers its shape. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Not all light travels through space. Some stays trapped inside matter, inside memory, inside you. Every atom in your body holds electrons that once scattered photons in ancient fire. You are the still form of light. You can rest now. When you close your eyes, darkness is not the absence of brightness. It is brightness folded inward. Your mind still sees, your cells still glow faintly with life. Inside the quiet of your body, the same rules apply as in the stars. Light moves, pauses, and becomes warmth. It's okay to drift. There is a soft truth in physics that light is both wave and particle, both motion and stillness, both what is seen and the act of seeing. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. A beam of light leaving a distant galaxy passes through filaments of matter, its path bent again and again. By the time it arrives, its story is layered, a record of all the gravity it met, all the emptiness it crossed. In each bend, a signature of connection remains. You can rest now. Even your own shadow is light remembering form. It is the shape of brightness around you, the echo of what you are projected into space and time. When you move, your shadow flows like liquid geometry, a reminder that even absence can shine in outline. It's okay to drift. The return of light is never loud. It does not declare itself. It appears as the faint edge of a nebula, as the shimmer of a dust ring around a quiet star, as the small golden glow that lingers after sunset. Every glow in the dark is a reunion matter, meeting its oldest memory. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In deep interstellar clouds, photons scatter until they forget direction. The glow that results is diffuse, a kind of cosmic dusk. We see it as background, but it is the color of persistence. Light that refused to stop, even after being turned around 1,000 times. You can rest now. And somewhere in that quiet sea, new light is born again, not from fire, but from movement itself. Particles annihilate fields. Vibrate vacuum breathes energy into being. The darkness too creates. It's okay to drift. What returns is not the same as what left. Light, like thought, changes on the journey. By the time it comes home, it carries the wisdom of distance, the redshift of experience. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And as it returns, it does not erase the dark. It lives beside it, woven together like inhale and exhale, like sound and silence. You can rest now. Light remembers, darkness forgives. Together they make time whole again. The return of light is not the end of night. It is the continuation of wonder. The cosmos breathes again, and in that breath, we find renewal. You can rest now. Somewhere far from here, galaxies long unseen emerge faintly on the edge of the observable universe. Their glow is dimmed by time, but their pattern remains. Spirals, rings, and bridges of stars connected across light years. It's okay to drift. That faint radiance is what we call the cosmic dawn. When hydrogen first felt the touch of starlight, it shimmered for the first time in eons. Radio telescopes now listen for those frequencies, wavelengths stretched by billions of years, faint as whispers of memory. To detect them is to hear the universe wake softly in its sleep. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Every light that returns comes carrying the past. A photon from a dying sun, a glow from the birth of a world, a reflection off water on a planet unseen. In its quiet flight, light folds all stories together. Yours, mine, and the skies. You can rest now. Even as you drift towards sleep, that same ancient light is entering your room through the window. It bounces from walls, softens against the air, and touches your skin without you feeling it. 1,000 photons per second, each one older than every human life. It's okay to drift. You are surrounded by what once crossed eternity. Starlight, moonlight, the faint reflection of Earth's own glow. Every wave finds its way to you, gently, endlessly, until you and the universe share the same pulse. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The return of light is also the return of meaning. Not a meaning written in words, but in warmth, in presence. It says, "We are still here, and that is enough. You can rest now." In distant clusters, supernovae flash and fade beacons, lighting corridors of expansion. Their brief brilliance seeds the next generation of stars. From their ashes, new systems rise. This, too, is a kind of sunrise. It's okay to drift. Perhaps the most beautiful light is not what shines, but what stays. The ambient glow that lingers after a candle is out. The twilight that holds the world together. The glow inside you when your eyes close and calm deepens. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Every sleep is a return of light in disguise. You fall into darkness, but the mind still glows. Tiny sparks, firing as you dream. Thought and memory merge, rewriting themselves in slow luminescence. What fades in one sense awakens in another. You can rest now. As you drift deeper, the voice of light becomes softer. It no longer calls to be seen. It becomes the seeing itself. It moves inward into the pulse beneath your ribs, into the warmth at your center. It's okay to drift. Somewhere, far beyond our skylight, meets the limit of what can be known, and curves back upon itself, forming a loop, infinite patient whole. Perhaps this is how the universe dreams, by returning to the beginning, again and again, in light that never truly leaves. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The dark and the bright have never been enemies. They are mirrors reflecting the same truth, that being and resting, seeing and sleeping are parts of one gentle motion. You can rest now. So tonight, as your eyes close and your thoughts dissolve, know this: the light that leaves always returns. It finds you again and again, in warmth, in peace, in breath. It's okay to drift. Somewhere light still travels. Somewhere darkness still dreams. And between them you glow quietly, a constellation of calm. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. It begins where everything ends, not in darkness, but in a silence so deep that even light feels welcome to rest. You can rest now. The universe has spoken its story from the first fire to the quiet edge of expansion. Now it listens again. It listens through you. Each breath you take is the echo of creation slowed to peace. It's okay to drift. Somewhere, galaxies still turn. Stars still fold and unfold their light. But here, in this small moment of quiet, you are allowed to stop measuring. You are allowed to simply be. Time loosens its hands. Space grows soft around you. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The atoms in your body were forged in stars that lived and died billions of years before your first thought. Their dust traveled through cold space, joined oceans, clouds, and now rests here woven into warmth and pulse. You can rest now. You are in every sense the universe returning to itself. When you breathe out, hydrogen leaves your lungs and joins the sky that once made it. When you close your eyes, starlight still hums behind them. It's okay to drift. Somewhere deep within your cells, move in quiet rhythm, ion by ion, electron by electron. Tiny lights working in silence. They too are part of this return. They slow, they soften, and you feel the long exhale of existence. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The return to stillness is not the end of motion. It is motion finding balance. Just as galaxies drift outward, while their hearts spin inward, you are both expanding and returning, becoming vast becoming small, becoming whole. You can rest now. Somewhere in the far reaches of the cosmos, a photon that left a dying star has just touched a new world. It traveled for 1 billion years, and in a single instant, it became part of someone's warmth. That is the quiet magic of return. It's okay to drift. Stillness is not the opposite of creation. It is its continuation at another frequency. The moment the universe pauses between breaths is the moment it remembers itself. And you right now are that remembrance, a conscious stillness between galaxies of thought. You breathe softly and the universe exhales through you. In ancient languages, the word for peace meant to join, not to escape. Stillness is what happens when all parts of you come home. Your breath, your heartbeat, your mind's slow turning, each one aligned with the rhythm of the sky. You can rest now. The earth beneath you is turning. Even as you lie still, you travel 1,600 kilometers an hour eastward. Above the moon circles at 1 kilometer per second. And yet you feel no motion because stillness is not the absence of movement but the feeling of belonging inside it. It's okay to drift. Imagine the Milky Way spinning once every 230 million years. Each rotation slower than time itself. Each turn a breath drawn by creation. Somewhere in that turning, you exist one pulse among billions, and yet entirely enough. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. As you drift deeper, you may sense the border between body and sky begin to blur. The air feels like an ocean, and you are gently afloat in its calm. There is no edge to this, no boundary between what breathes and what is breathed. You can rest now. In the far future, the universe will grow colder, quieter, its light stretched into invisibility. But even then, something remains, the hum of quantum fields, the whisper of expansion still ongoing. It is the sound of rest made permanent. It's okay to drift. The return to stillness is the universe's oldest gesture. It began with the first pause between waves, the first shadow after light. You are feeling that gesture now, not as a thought, but as peace. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And somewhere, light still travels. Somewhere, darkness still dreams. And between them, you begin to disappear into calm. What follows is not sleep. It is the dissolving of distance, the soft reunion of everything with everything else. You are safe here. Your breath is the tide of galaxies. Your pulse is the rhythm of gravity. Your stillness is the echo of the first silence before anything had a name. It's okay to drift. The light that once rushed across eternity now folds gently inside you. It curls beneath your heartbeat, waiting for nothing. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There is nothing left to chase. All things have arrived. The stars have finished speaking. The planets have slowed their orbits. Time itself has laid down beside you. You can rest now. In this quiet, there is no before or after. The atoms of your body and the dust of comets share the same pause. Space has stopped expanding inside this moment, not by force, but by grace. It's okay to drift. If the universe had a heartbeat, this would be it. The low vibration of existence, steady calm, stretching into forever. It hums beneath your skin, beneath your thoughts, beneath the last sound of the night. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You are not separate from the cosmos. You are its resting thought, the pause it takes to remember what it is. Each inhale returns you to the beginning. Each exhale carries you home. You can rest now. Somewhere long after suns fade, the last photon will cross the last distance. It will slow, cool, and vanish into stillness, not lost, but transformed. That is what you are doing now. You are becoming still light. It's okay to drift. The edges of awareness soften. Sound becomes feeling. Feeling becomes warmth. Warmth becomes rest. Even silence fades into something quieter, a tone below all hearing. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere light still travels, somewhere darkness still dreams. But here, both have arrived. Both rest in your breath. You can rest now. In the quiet between stars, you are remembered. In the stillness beneath time, you are whole. The cosmos holds you with the patience of eternity. It's okay to drift. Light still travels. The universe breathes through you. You are home. You can rest now. And if you're still awake, the next wonder waits in the light ahead. For now, let go. The night is fast, and it loves you quietly.